In a world built on dreams and dominion, some homes are not made to shelter, but to rule. Not lived in, but remembered. Palaces do not simply exist, they reign. They are the grandest statements ever whispered in stone, silk, and gold. These walls carry more than portraits. They carry lineage, betrayal, love, and silence that stretches for centuries. Behind their velvet curtains lie stories untold, vaults no one enters, rooms never photographed, and mirrors that have seen too much. Long after their kings fell, the palaces remained, because walls remember, even when people forget. You're not watching history, you're walking through it, past gold-laced corridors and halls that haven't heard laughter in lifetimes. This is not a tour, this is a journey into the most expensive, most secretive palaces ever built. And tonight, you step inside Buckingham Palace, United Kingdom, $5 billion. At the very center of British identity stands a fortress, not of steel, but of velvet, marble, and gold. This is Buckingham Palace, with 775 rooms and more corridors than a cathedral. Buckingham isn't just a home, it's a living, breathing mechanism of monarchy. Every staircase, every velvet rope, every golden door was designed to remind you, this is not your house, this is history's. It hosts balls, banquets, and ceremonies no outsider fully understands. It's where diplomacy and drama share a seat at the table. The thrones remain untouched, silent. They haven't moved in decades, but they still carry the weight of the crown. Legends speak of tunnels beneath the palace, secret paths leading to Parliament, to Whitehall, or perhaps to nowhere at all. Within its walls hang pieces by Rembrandt, Da Vinci, and Vermeer, masterpieces hidden in plain sight behind golden frames. There are rooms in this palace, never filmed, never photographed, rooms where even time has no invitation. Even its daily rituals are designed like theater. The guards march not for safety, but for symbol. It's not the age of the palace that matters, it's the age of the traditions that echo inside it. Buckingham doesn't exist to be admired. It exists to remind you that royalty is not a role, but a ritual. Nations have risen and fallen, but the palace remains, calm, composed, and curiously quiet. Istana Nurul Iman Brunei, $1.5 billion, hidden in the rainforest, wrapped in gold and guarded by silence. This is Istana Nurul Iman, the world's largest residential palace, 2 million square feet, almost 1,800 rooms. You could walk for days inside and still not see it all. It has 5 pools, hundreds of bathrooms, and a mosque larger than most cathedrals, built to host thousands in prayer. Even the horses here live in luxury. Their stables are air-conditioned, their floors covered in polished stone. Its banquet hall can host 5,000 guests, diplomats, royalty, tycoons, seated beneath chandeliers, heavier than cars. It's said the Sultan owns over 7,000 luxury cars, a collection hidden beneath the palace in silence and steel. Though it's unmatched in scale, the palace is built on devotion, blending religion, royalty, and ritual under one golden roof. On Eid, the public is welcomed inside. Tens of thousands enter, shake the Sultan's hand, then vanish again into the mist. Potala Palace, Tibet, culturally priceless. Perched 12,000 feet above sea level, Potala Palace doesn't just overlook Lhasa, it watches over history itself. Once the home of the Dalai Lama, this palace blends fortress, monastery, and memory, all carved into sacred stone. With over 1,000 rooms, it holds not luxury, but scripture, meditation chambers, and tombs, wrapped in gold. Its walls are 10 feet thick, earthquake-resistant, before such things were even understood. Buried within are the remains of generations of Dalai Lamas, sealed in gold, hidden from all but the devoted. Outside, pilgrims walk in circles, clockwise, always clockwise, praying with every step, every breath, every silence. The library here holds texts older than many countries, wisdom whispered through pages no longer read aloud. From its peak, the palace doesn't just look over the city, it gazes into time itself. Much of what lies within has never been filmed, not out of secrecy, but respect. There are no chandeliers here, no thrones, and yet, no palace holds more meaning than this. Patala is not a monument of wealth, but of spirit. It cannot be bought, copied, or forgotten. The Winter Palace, Russia, number 6.4 billion, in the heart of St. Petersburg, standing like a frozen jewel, the Winter Palace once shimmered with the full weight of empire. With over 1,500 rooms, it was not a fortress, but a showcase, built to blind the world with opulence. While the tsars danced, the streets grew colder. Hunger stirred in the shadows, and the chandeliers trembled without falling. Balls, operas, ceremonies. The palace wasn't a home, it was a stage. And the Romanovs performed royalty to perfection. In 1917, the silence broke. The Winter Palace was stormed. Royalty fell, not in battle, but in shame. Each hallway is lined with more than paintings. It's lined with memory, regret, and the ache of vanished power. Some say at night, the air still remembers the Tsar's final dance. A faint echo behind the glass. What once held a crown now holds art. The Hermitage Museum has swallowed the monarchy whole. The art survived, the royals did not. And that may be the greatest irony to walk these halls. It is both a treasure and a tomb, a monument to both triumph and collapse, brilliance and blindness. The snow never melted here. It only learned to settle on silence, and that silence still holds the crown. The Romanovs are gone. The empire is gone. But the Winter Palace remains quiet, watching, waiting. Tokyo Imperial Palace, Japan, $12 billion. In the very center of Tokyo, behind stone bridges and silent walls, lies the most valuable piece of land on earth. No gold thrones, no glittering chandeliers, just wooden beams, stone paths, and silence designed like a sculpture. This land, to 280 acres, is valued at over $12 billion. A fortress of restraint in the most expensive city on earth. From above, it looks like a garden. From within, it is a fortress, spiritual, historical, and unshakably private. It is not made to impress outsiders. It is made for ritual, ancient, precise, and witnessed by almost no one. There are rooms even cameras haven't seen. Hallways where only emperors have walked and will ever walk.